Hey there, everybody. Thomas Wood with Basecamp Trading. It is Thursday, July 13th, and we're going to talk a little bit about what it takes to be a successful trader. And this is continuing with that, with the YouTube series on mistakes that traders make. And one thing that we found, I've worked with thousands of traders from around the world. I've worked with everything ranging from multi-billion-dollar accounts down to people trading very small accounts. And the thing that separates winning traders from losing traders, no matter whether you're a futures trader, an options trader, an equities trader, doesn't matter. The thing that separates the winning traders from the losing traders is one big thing, and that is discipline. The long-term successful traders are the ones that have the discipline and have the patience to wait for the right setups and do what they're supposed to do when the opportunity arises. You cannot be chasing trades. You cannot be revenge trading. You need to be following a game plan that you created ahead of time, having a set of rules that you created ahead of time so that you're not thinking with emotions or making emotional decisions as the market's moving. Everything should have been planned out beforehand. And then when you actually are trading, you have to have the discipline to sit and wait for that right setup to occur. And to say, okay, I'm not going to do anything. And you may be sitting there for hours at a time if you're a day trader, sitting there for an hour or two or even an entire day and not do anything, waiting for that right opportunity to arise. And then when that opportunity does present itself, you have to have the discipline to not only wait for the setup, but the discipline to take the trade when you're supposed to take the trade and close the trade when you're supposed to close the trade. One thing that a lot of traders will do, and that we found a lot of retail traders especially will do, is they get scared when they're supposed to take the trade and they wait, and then it really starts moving, and then they go, okay, goodness, I'm gonna jump in, and they jump in and they get in late because they start chasing the market because they didn't get in when they were supposed to. Or they do the exact opposite and they get into a trade and the trade is either moving their direction and they get out too soon because they don't have the discipline to wait until it actually goes and hits their target, so they cut off their winner short, or they wait and they don't have the discipline to exit when they're supposed to. They should be closing the trade right away when it starts moving against them, and instead they go, you know what, I'm going to give it a little bit more room. I'm going to give it a little bit more room. And one thing I always tell people is, look, if your trade is not meeting your expectations and you're not closing that trade, you're just going, you know what, I'm going to sit back and let's see how it plays out. If that's what you're saying, you hear yourself saying that or thinking that to yourself, then what you're doing is gambling. You're not trading. Okay? Because the thing that makes a trader successful is having the ability to have that statistical edge, the probabilities. And as soon as you go, well, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, but I'm going to sit back and wait and see how it works. As soon as you say that, you're no longer trading, you're gambling. Another thing that I see people talking about all the time is, well, look at how good this trading champion is. Look at how good this person is. And one thing I want to point out here, championships or quote unquote trading championships are really kind of a load of bull. They don't really mean a lot. And the reason I say that is because, speaking of patience and discipline, a lot of times these championships take place and you have an hour or you have 2 hours to trade. Well, who in the world only has 2 hours to trade? And whether there's a good setup or not, you have to place trades and you have to make money. So it's not a very good, in my opinion, it's not a very good example of what makes a good trader or winning trader. Just because you can sit there and wait for somebody else to lose money and then you make $10 or something, scalp $10 and you quote unquote win a championship, doesn't mean that you're a really good trader. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt. When somebody tells you that they've won a whole bunch of championships or something, it doesn't necessarily mean all that much other than that they've played the game. And what you really want to look for when you're looking for mentors is somebody that has disciplined approach, somebody that knows what they're doing and follows a set of rules and doesn't get emotional about their trades, and that can show you how their students themselves have actually succeeded, not just that they're super great. I always tell that to people too when they're talking to me about, hey, will you be my mentor, or what type of trading do you do with Basecamp trading? It's always, well, let me show you what our students have done, because that's what's important to me. And that's what should be important to you as somebody that's coming to learn how to trade. Is, okay, well, let's see how well the people you've taught do, not just how well you do. All right, so keep that in mind as well. But the number one topic for today was, again, what does it take to be a successful trader? And the number one thing you got to do is you got to be disciplined. Got to have the discipline and the patience to wait for the right setup, get in when you're supposed to get in, and get out when you're supposed to get out. Not only on the winning trades, but the losing trades as well. And making sure that you're holding on to those winners long enough until they actually hit your target, and getting out of those losers ASAP. And the other side topic was, again, just take it with a grain of salt when people tell you that they're a trading champion or something like that, because that's not a very good cross-section of what a successful trader is. You need to look at long-term longevity. How consistent are they? What types of returns are they getting throughout time, not just in a 1 hour period where they have to make money, whether there's a good setup or not. So, and by the way, I'm not here to tell you that any one way of trading is better than anybody else's. I don't believe that. I think there's lots of different ways of trading. I'm just telling you topics that come up in my discussions with thousands of traders from around the world that I've worked with. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying these videos. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, happy trading.